Hello everyone, this is my latest vintage chic scents haul. This was the October restock. It was customer creations, and so I got the customer creation sampler and a blossom bag and a 4-pack. This is my smallest haul ever. I wanted more, of course, because you know I'm insane, but I told myself I have either most of these scents in one form or another, because I wanted the Warren's quartet and the zucchini quartet, but I had everything but one and the zucchini one. And the Warren's, I like it, but I don't love it. Like if it was the Sanderson sisters one, then that would have been harder, because that one's really good. But there was I think it was the Warren's and Order of the Arrow, and that one sounded awesome, but I figured since I have like a loaf of Order of the Arrow and I do have some Warren's, I could make my own if I needed to so badly. So I just got these 3 things. It was my smallest box yet. It was a little sad, but so let's get started. I didn't get a sample again, so first up is a 4-pack of Dr. Jekyll and Mr Hyde, and that is tangerine, cranberry, cotton candy frosting. I was going to get I think it was the shatter, the chantilly shatter, I'm not sure. They had a couple of different sizes for this one, but I was like, I'll just get this one, even though I'm probably going to love it. So this is orange and blue. And that is really good. It's tangy, it's fruity. I get more of like the tangerine, like it's an orange, but it's I would go with like a tartar orange. And then that cranberry is like kind of a sparkling juice kind of cranberry. And I could definitely smell something extra sweet and good, so that's probably the cotton candy frosting. So that is so good, and I do wish I had gotten more of that one, which I knew I would, but you know, trying to be an adult or whatever. Then I got Annette's Beach Party Punch, because I have wanted this since I first heard of VCS. Number one, because Annette flew to cello and beach party bingo and all that is awesome, but also because it doesn't specify, it just says a juicy fruity punch blend, VCS exclusive. So I'm like, well, I want a juicy fruity punch kind of smell. So these are orange, they're blossom squares, 3. Nice and huge. And this basically, it smells like Hawaiian punch if it was in like a candy form or a bubblegum form. Oh, it's so good though. I mean, it's very orange juice, maybe some pineapple juice, maybe it kind of smells like pomegranate, but it's probably just whatever you make fruit punch out of, because it doesn't smell like strawberry or anything. But that's so good. It actually smells kind of like this one, but this one's more of a tart with sweet, whereas this one is more of a fruity sweet. And then the final thing that I bought was the customer creation sampler. Now I do have some of these scents already. It also has the scents that the customers created, obviously, as the title of the bag would suggest. And I just thought this one was the better one. Like the Christmas one, that had way too many like spices and just too many things that I wouldn't want. There's only like a couple that I would have liked, so I just figured I would get this one, because I pretty much always have to get a sampler. It feels like you're, making your money's worth out of it by getting so much. I don't know. Luckily I'm not a wordsmith in my job or something, because I'm not doing a very good job right now. And these are leaves, obviously. The leaf sampler. Like the Christmas one was a poinsettia sampler, because, makes sense. Plus I like these because you can try the scents in a smaller amount. So you might find out you don't actually like a scent that you thought you would love. Alright, let's see what we got here. Alright, first up is The Blob, and that is a purple. And the blob is pomegranate, sweet blackberry, and marshmallow. I think I already have some of that, and then I have some of that mixed with the mob in the blob. But it is so good. Oh my god. Like that pomegranate is sweet, and then the blackberry is sweet, but then that marshmallow just gives it that richness. This, ugh. One of my top 10 scents for VCS. Definitely, it's the blob. So good. Alright, then we have a Charlie Brown's Thanksgiving. This one I do have already, and that is sweet potato pie, toasted marshmallows, sugar cookies, and caramel cupcakes. And that's a light orange. And this is really good smelling. Like, I haven't melted it obviously, but it's very rich. Like, you could smell the caramel, you could smell the pumpkin pie spices kind of thing, but it's not overwhelming. But I would probably need to cut this with something else. I mean, even the blob would be great with this. But you can smell the richness of like the sugar cookies and the toasted marshmallow. It's just very bakery. It's very good, but it is a little too much richness and spice, although it's not spicy, it's just warm. Alright, then we have Baking Up Some Love, which I think is a new one, or it's new to me anyway. It's pumpkin roll, brown sugar, cream cheese frosting, zucchini bread. And that's just a nice light brown. And you know I love zucchini bread, but I'm not so sure about the pumpkin roll. And I definitely get the zucchini. And I'm getting more of like the cream cheese. So it's mostly a kind of not sour milk, but closer to sour milk than a sugar milk would be. And zucchini, and there's a hint of oh, there's more than a hint, but it's not an overwhelming warm smell. I probably still need to mix that with something to calm it down a little bit, but these are really strong, so that's great. Then we have Holiday Affair, and that one is toasted marshmallow, apple cider, gingerbread, vanilla bean, Noel. And that is a light green, kind of looks like Frankenstein's skin. If you're weird and think of things like that. And this one I'm getting apple and marshmallow. I am getting some of the gingerbread. I don't know if it would... It's different than the pumpkin roll or the pumpkin pie. So it has a hint of that spicy kind of ginger. It's good, and I have it ready, but it's not like... not one I would gravitate towards. Then we have Dessert with Maureen O'Hara, and that one is blueberry cobbler, blackberry jam, butter cookies. Beautiful blue. And I do love this one. I wouldn't mind this one in like a loaf. I wish she would do an entire sampler on with this in it, because I would do that in a second. Is so good, because the blueberry is more prominent to me than the blackberry, but the blackberry is definitely there, and then it's just like, it's just rich. It's bakery, but it's just, to me, it's mostly rich berries, so bakery berries. I don't know, I'm not very helpful. Then we have Ralphie's Bunny Pajamas, which is a new one that was customer creation. And just gotta flip my paper, find out what that is. And that one is fresh picked strawberries, marshmallow, sugar cookie, vanilla bean, Noel. And that is a bright pink. And I like it because you could definitely smell the strawberry, but it's also very vanilla marshmallowy kind of smell. Get like, you know, the sugar cookies and the marshmallow, and it's really good. Alright, what do we got over here? We got Dr. Jekyll and Mr Hyde, which is the tangerine cranberry cotton candy frosting. and that's in blue. Let's see if it smells like the other one. Yep, we definitely get the tangerine first. This one has more of the tangerine and cranberry. I'm not getting as much of the frosting at the moment, so it's a little bit more fruity and a little less sweet. Alright, then we got pink twinkling lights, which is also a new one, and it's a beautiful pink color, as it should be. And that one is pink sugar, sweet candy canes, toasted marshmallow, vanilla bean, Noel. This one's definitely more of a wintry kind of scent, or any year. Now I'm definitely getting pink sugar first and foremost, but the candy canes are like right behind it. And like it's calmed down, so you can smell. You can't really smell. I can't personally smell like the toasted marshmallow or vanilla bean Noel, but you can smell a vanilla smell. It's not very specific to either one of those things, but definitely pink sugar and the peppermint, definitely. But neither of them are overwhelming, so I guess the vanilla is like mixing them and toning them down a bit. Then we have Little Shop of Horrors, and that is pumpkin cheesecake, snickerdoodle, salted caramel. That's a beautiful purpley color, purpley pink. And see, this one's actually really good, because the difference between, I don't know what the difference between the cream cheese frosting and cheesecake. I guess the cheesecake is a little bit of a richer scent, and the frosting one is a little bit more of a sour. Because I'm definitely getting like the snickerdoodle, you know, all the spices from the snickerdoodle and the pumpkin. But you also get the cheesecake, and I don't know if I would get caramel per se, but there is definitely something else. So that one's really good, although I would have to cream it out. Then we have Backwoods Barbie, and that's a beautiful blue, and she is Satsuma Strawberry Cotton Candy. And it's just so good because Satsuma is just awesome. It's just an orangey, awesome scent. I mean, the strawberry is in there, but it's definitely more of a orangey, citrusy kind of scent to me. Then we have Chicago Murder Castle, which is awesome because I actually know the story of Chicago Murder Castle. I think is it Eric Larson who wrote the Devil in the White City? Awesome book. Horrifying and awesome. But when I saw this, I was like, ooh, I love that title. And then I read what it was supposed to be, and I was like, okay, yeah, I voted for this one. And so that one is Mac Apple, Fresh Leaves, and Cider Lane. And this is a nice dark gray. And I'm definitely getting more of the fresh fallen leaves, which I actually kind of like. I'm actually surprised by that. So it's more of a fresh air, water kind of smell. No, I'm going to go with fresh air, with a hint of like a bonfire in the background. And I'm getting some apple, but I'm not really getting any caramel at the moment. But there's plenty of time for that. I probably won't actually get to melt it until next year. That does smell really good. Then we have Rear Window, which I have previously had, and that is Cranberry, Pizzelle, Noel. And that is a light pink, kind of a dusty pink. And it is really good because you get the cranberry, but then you get this, I hate to keep saying bakery because that's not really helpful, but I mean, I'm not going to say it smells like a waffle cone, or it doesn't have any spice to it. So if you're looking for a cranberry without spice, with just a bit of bakery, it's more of like a marshmallow to me than a Pizzelle. So it's more of like cranberry, vanilla bean, Noel. Almost there, people. Now we have Holidays with Audrey, which is new. And that one is marshmallow pumpkin cake pie crust sweet milk, and that is blue, kind of like more of an aqua blue with some, you know, some green in there. And I'm definitely getting like the sweet milk pie crust. You get the pumpkin because it's definitely warm, but it's not an overwhelming scent. Like, I feel like I can melt this without mixing anything with it and it'll be okay. Although I might put a fruit in there just because I like fruit. Then we have Purple People Eater, which is another new one. And that one is grape ginger ale in purple, as it should be. And it smells like grape ginger ale, like, because she has a really good ginger ale. I don't really like the fizzy, but I like the ginger ale one. And this one really smells like it. Like, the grape is definitely there, but it's not overwhelming. I would go with it. It's definitely more ginger ale to my nose, which is good. I'm not a huge fan of grape. And then the final one is House on Haunted Hill, which I have previously had. That's a bright yellow. And that one is pumpkin pecan waffles, blackberry jam, whipped cream, which is also another one that I really love. So let's see if it lives up to my memory. Yes, it does, because it's, I would go with like a softer version of the pumpkin pecan waffles from Bath and Body Works. It doesn't have that mapley sweetness as much. It smells more like the waffles part with maybe some of the nuts. And then like the hintiest hint of drizzle. And then the blackberry isn't very strong because I don't know if it's blackberry jam or what specific blackberry, but it is good and I really do like that one. So overall, I like everything. Some of them I don't like as much, which I knew, because I mean, if you're gonna put cinnamon in something, I'm less than likely to like it, but I'm definitely glad that I got this because I got to try some other scents, got to try those new scents out, and can't wait to see what the next restock is going to be. So thank you so much for watching, and of course I'll be back with another one. Bye!